Red Sox are hot, ladies and gentlemen. You gotta love it. You gotta love it. They win another series here, taking care of the Twins before the deadline. Coming out of the deadline, we're feeling sad. We're feeling a little down, but taking care of business against the Houston Astros. And they've been a good team here as of late over the last month or so. And going out there after they got Carlos Correa, which I thought was going to be a bit of a spark plug for them. And here the Red Sox are taking care of business today. Final score 7-3. Colton Gordon, like I said, I felt good about this matchup. Hadn't been very good this year. And what did I tell you last night? Romy Gonzalez, I was feeling a home run from him. I was thinking maybe Rob, he got it on the action here today. But Romy Gonzalez, man, really taking care of business. Trevor Story really staying hot here. 3 home runs now in his last 7 games, 8 RBIs, 800 on the slugging. Trevor Story, every time. I'm going to keep saying it. This guy, he's been so good this year for the Red Sox, man. Abraham Toro hitting his first home run today since June 11th. It's been a long time since that man has gone deep, and good to see him getting in on the action here today. Shout out for the defense as well. Jarren Duran throwing out Christian Walker late in the game there today. Hey, they had a couple of hairy spots here in this one. You had the bases loaded. Jordan Hicks. Is Jordan Hicks taking over the role of the guy that gives you a heart attack? I think that might be it. I think it's going to be Jordan Hicks now from now on. I think Greg Weissert has been removed from that position. Jordan Hicks loading up the bases there, but was able to get out of it, striking out Carlos Correa. You got to love that one. Seeing the debut of Steven Matz today. Speaking of the bullpen, Steven Matz looking pretty good here today. Nice tidy inning for him. Hey, trade deadline acquisitions are off to a good start. Let's see if maybe Dustin May can give you a little something. I believe he's starting this coming Wednesday. So we had the benches clearing in this one here today. What in the world is going on? Well, Hector Neris, he was not very happy with Trevor Story, third base coach Kyle Hudson. I guess he thought that they were trying to take some signs, but well, sorry, man. Well, you got to hide the ball a little bit better in the glove. You can't be getting grumpy at all these other guys trying to get an advantage any way they can. My goodness. Alex Cora was pretty annoyed about that one today. He spoke post-game, said, hey, what was going on there? What happened there? And Cora said, hey, you have to ask Hector Neris. So it is what it is. But overall, hey, things are going great right now for the Red Sox. And like I said, you took care of business against the Twins going into the deadline, and you have kept this going now against a very good team in the Houston Astros, a team that is once again going to be a contender in the American League. So this is a good sign here for the Red Sox today. Final score of 7-3. We'll get to the updated standings. Ladies and gentlemen, we have something quite exciting to look at with the standings. You probably already know what I'm talking about, but we'll get to that in a little bit. As for the bullpen today, big shout out to them overall, really picking up Walker Buehler here today. He did not look very good, very hittable today. No strikeouts for Walker Buehler on the day at all. My goodness, this guy was giving up a ton of hard hit balls here today. This was not a good day for Mr. Walker Buehler, but the bullpen really came through there today. Again, a couple of tough spots, but they got the job done. Gotta love that, picking up Walker Buehler. Hey, Dustin May, I was not very excited about the acquisition. Who knows? Maybe this guy can figure something. I don't know. Maybe that's wishful thinking, but man, oh man, they are. I just don't know what Buehler is going to be able to. I mean, he's able to kind of get through. He's going to bend. He's going to break a few times, but he's going to be able to keep it together for the most part for you. But man, he worries me for the postseason, worries me for the postseason. Let's get into this, shall we? I do see a lot of familiar faces here in the chat. Laser Show, that is a great comment, my friend. Stealing signs is baseball. You got to hide your hand better. Now, of course, you can't be doing, the whole trash can thing and watching on the screens. And, even the Red Sox, they had a little something there, whatever was going on with the Apple Watches and whatever else. But hey, when you're on the base paths, that is open game. You are more than welcome to try and get any advantage you can by trying to see what the pitcher's doing there on the mound. And if that means, you relay it over to third, hey, that's just the game of baseball. That's just the way it is. As long as you're not using technology, it is fair game. Fair game. But, yes, Laser Show, I see you in the chat as well. Coop needs to stay up. Salty Grampy, Cooper needs to be back in Boston. That was a shame. That was a shame because he pitched so well last night. Admirable performance. If the Red Sox end up making a deep run this year, I'm going to look back on Cooper Criswell. Even go back to last year, Cooper Criswell. Just a guy that stepped up so many times for you and just came through a lot, right? But with the acquisitions, he was the man to get sent back down. So Cooper Criswell, hopefully we see him back at some point. Going back down to the minor leagues. Speaking of the minor leagues, Yostinson Garcia, this man is staying red hot. I believe he homered again here today. Christian Campbell, he's been red hot down there in the minors as well. Could we see Christian Campbell back up for the Red Sox soon? Hey, Craig Breslow, he was talking about Christian Campbell there today during the game, said he looks a lot more comfortable, looks a lot more confident at the plate. Greg Breslow was also touching on the trade deadline. Everyone still wants to talk about the deadline. I think it's going to take us maybe another day or two for us to fully move on from it. I'm sure when things go wrong, we're going to go look back to the deadline and be like, oh, see, we should have gotten that guy. But yeah, Craig, he talked about it today, just reiterating what he was saying, that they were aggressive. They just weren't really lining up on things. You're going to hear the same thing. But I will say this, Jared Carrabis, he had a reply out there today. Someone asked, like, hey, what were they offering for Yandy? I think that was the question to Jared. And Jared said, it's the guy that's in your little profile picture. The man in the profile picture was Cedar Rafaela. I wouldn't blame the Rays for trying to pull off a player like that. Listen, at the deadline, you're going to ask for a lot. So yes, if that was the asking price for Yandy Diaz, I'm very glad we didn't trade for Yandy Diaz. That is a no-no. We are not giving up Cedar Rafaela for one more year of Yandy Diaz. I would love Yandy, but not at that cost. I believe he even said something else about Josh Naylor, saying that the Red Sox, from what he was told, had offered more than the Mariners did for Josh Naylor. But this is what I was saying the night of the deadline. Teams have preferences with things. Like, you could have, maybe the bigger package overall. You could be offering higher ranked prospects on Baseball America's top 10. But if the Diamondbacks wanted the guys that the Mariners were offering, it's like, well, you can't really do anything about that, right? It is what it is. So it looks like we're starting to see some little reports coming out that the Red Sox indeed seem to be aggressive at the deadline, right? I've tried asking a couple of people around. I haven't gotten any answers yet. If I do get any answers, I will relay them to you, either here on the show or I'll put them on Twitter. I haven't got any responses because I'm asking around, hey, what were the Red Sox offering? What I'm really trying to dig. I'll do my best. I'm not going to promise any answers, but I'll see what I can do. It is what it is. But everybody, let's get into it here. We got to break this down. We're going to go over the offense. Walker Buehler in the bullpen. We're going to talk about Game 3 tomorrow. Tough matchup tomorrow. Tough matchup. We'll talk about it. But if you can, everybody, hit the like button for me. Subscribe if you're new, if you are just finding us for the first time. We do have a word from our sponsor. I'll be right back. Never bet on baseball before? Well, it's easy. Pick a guy to go yard, hammer some live odds mid-game, or just ride your squad and hope for the best. No spreadsheets, just vibes and dingers. Now, here's something special for first-timers. New DraftKings customers bet $5 and get $150 in bonus bets instantly. So what are you waiting for? Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code FOUL. That's code FOUL for new customers to get $150 in bonus bets instantly when you bet just $5. Only on DraftKings, the crown is yours.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY at 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort in Kansas. 21 and over. Age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. Bonus bets expire 7 days after issuance. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/audio.
Alrighty, let's get to it here. And I do see here in the chat, Austin, password at first. Now, there was something out there. The Red Sox are maybe considering putting Yostinson Garcia at first base to try and get some reps. I believe I read that was a plan at one point. I don't know what exactly happened, but it looks like that is still a possibility moving forward. Well, that's not really a surprise where the Red Sox, and all teams in Major League Baseball, they are trying to expand the versatility of as many players as they can. The more they can do that, the more that's going to help them in the long run, right? So I'm not surprised to see the Red Sox trying to do that. So let's get to the offense here, shall we? Let's get to the offense. Let's start off with Walker Buehler, right? He got off to a tough start. The offense ended up really picking him up. Let's get this out of the way first. Walker Buehler, not a good day for him. 84 pitches, working with the slider, the sinker, the four-seamer, the curve. He was not effective. Not a lot of swing and miss. He only had 6 swing and misses on the day here today. That's actually down from his season average, believe it or not. No strikeouts on the day. A lot of hard hit balls on the day. An average of 101 miles per hour on the exit velo today. This guy was getting hammered all day. He was in the zone for the most part, but he was just leaving too much stuff over the plate. Leaving a fastball right over there for Christian Walker, who homered again today. I told you all that last night. I said, look out for Christian Walker. He sees Walker Buehler very well. Remember his days with the Diamondbacks. Dodgers, same division. I told you all that last night. A couple of homers against him in his career coming up into this game today. Homering again. 3rd career home run off of Walker Buehler. Just left a meatball right over the plate. He left a slider over the plate a little later to Yanir Diaz. RBI base hit. He just ran into trouble right away. Walking Correa. That's when Walker had the home run. 2nd and 3rd inning. Gave up a couple of base hits in both innings, a couple more base hits in the 5th inning. That made it 6-3. And, just it is what it is. I mean, you had the bullpen came in after that. Really picking up Buehler there. Wilson finishing it off there in the 5th. I believe, let me double check here. Let me double check on that one in the 5th inning, just to make sure I have that correct. Yes, Justin Wilson had a couple of strikeouts there to Caratini and Smith. So, shout out to Justin Wilson here today. Like I said, Steven Matz making his Red Sox debut. Tidy 6th inning for the most part. They started getting a little dicey in the 7th and 8th inning. Whitlock, he gave up a couple of hits, but you had a big play from Jarren Duran throwing out Christian Walker at home to get him. 8th inning, Jordan Hicks loading up the bases, a couple of hits, a walk. Striking out Correa, though. Again, Jordan Hicks, this is now the man that's going to be giving us the heart attacks. I have accepted that. I hope he can figure that out. I don't want any more of those heart attacks, man. I'm done. Chapman was able to lock it down there in the end. But this offense today, they really helped out this pitching staff. They fell down, like I said. Christian Walker had the home run early. But Romy, like I told you all yesterday, I was going over on the home runs here today for Romy. He homered to get it started. He had the double there in the 3rd inning as well. Refsnyder had the base hit to tie it up at 2. Trevor Story with his 18th home run. Like I said, this guy's been red hot. 3 home runs, 8 RBIs, 800 slugging in the last 7 games. Love me some Trevor Story, man. 4th inning, Steady with the double. Story with the... And Story driving him in as well. That made it 6-2. Oh, no, not Story. Toro. I see Toro and Story in my notes. That's how fried my brain is because I'm seeing I don't know why I thought I was reading Story, but I saw Toro. Toro had the 2-run home run there. That made it 6-2. Like I said in the beginning of the show, that's his first home run since June 11th. Been a long time, and that's why you were looking for the Red Sox to make an upgrade, right? He was getting the hits. He was getting on base, but he wasn't giving you any pop. So let's see if they can start getting this pop out of him a little bit more moving forward. And then the 7th inning, Story had the double there that made it 7-3. And that was it for today. Chapman came in and locked it down. Gotta love it. Just a great game here today for the Red Sox, minus the starting pitching, right? But again, if you could at least get 2/3, I always like to look at it as a tripod. You got the offense, the starting pitching, and the bullpen. 2 out of 3, if they're pretty solid, you got a good chance, right? So the bullpen today, the offense doing their job to help Walker Buehler out here today. Gotta love that. Taking a look at the updated standings, we are really going to be diving into these standings here after pretty much every game here. The first half, you're checking on them, right? But now you're really having to pay attention here to the standings. So taking a look here. All right, so now the Red Sox are officially in the number 1 spot in the wild card standings, ahead of the Yankees. Holy cow, how about that Yankee loss last night? Wow. What a loss for the Yankees. Like, that's bonkers. They took the lead. I mean, the bullpen had already blown it. They ended up getting the lead back. And then Jose Caballero, like all of their acquisitions, they all flopped. Like literally all of them. Bednar, Bird, Duvall, and Caballero on right field. Crazy. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Where, okay, sure, maybe, trust me, I remember Eric Gagne back in 2007. That was one of the Red Sox big pickups. Everyone was very excited when they picked up Eric Gagne in 2007. People were thinking, oh man, Papelbon, Gagne, back into the bullpen. Oh, no one's beating the Sox. If you got the lead, you're not beating the Sox. But Gagne ended up being absolutely horrific. My goodness. I can't remember anything like that, though, where all of them just imploded like they did. I mean, crazy. Crazy, 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 man. But the Red Sox have the first wild card spot as of right now. The Yankees free falling. They just lost again here today. They now are in the second spot. The Mariners, they lost today, but they're still hanging tough. The Rangers, they got hot there. They're right there. The Guardians are still there. The Royals are still hanging in. The Rays, listen, I'm going to say this right now. I do expect the Rays to start getting things going. Here. Don't be sleeping on the Rays. They're 4 out here, but especially after adding Griffin Jacks, and they got Shane McClanahan coming back now. I mean, man, oh man. Yeah, Salty Grampy. Thank goodness for Okajima in 07. That was another part of it, right? But people were just thinking like, oh, because Gagne was having a really good season with the Rangers before they traded for him. I think his ERA was under a 2, or was at least a little above a 2. I can't remember. It was right in that range. He was so good for the Rangers. But Okajima, loved Okajima, man. Loved him. But the Red Sox, first wild card. Let's actually check the division. I think it's okay to be checking the division as well. We are 4 back in the division. Listen, we're on AL East watch as well. Sure, it's nice to have the wild card, but you know what? If you can win the division, hey, I'm all about it. Julio Sanchez, I'm glad I could help, my friend. I'm glad I can help. All right, 4 out in the division. You've won 4 straight. Things are looking up, ladies and gentlemen. Things are looking up here. Let's get to game 3. Listen, this is not going to be an easy one here tomorrow, because you got Framber Valdez coming into town. Framber Valdez has been very good this year. And has been fantastic against the Red Sox in his career, both in Houston and at Fenway Park. 3 games at Fenway Park. He's 2-1, 2.40 ERA. 5 games against the Red Sox in his career, 3-1, a 1.96 ERA. That's going to be tough. He has always pitched well, even in the postseason. Even in the postseason, he's pitched well. So, but yes, Salty Grampy, we got the Romy. We got the Rob. We got Trevor Story red hot. We got the Breggs. We got the righty bats that I think can take it to Framber Valdez. Let me actually check. You know what? That's going to be... Let me check the splits. I mean, his overall numbers are looking great. But you know what? We'll take a peek. How is he doing on the splits? Let's take a look. Versus lefties. I mean, yeah, as you would expect, he's good against both. He's been fine. Righties are only hitting .217 against him this year. I mean, you're going to have to put all the righties you can. You got to go find all the righties out there to do what you can. But actually, let's take a look here. And when it comes to guys that have had some ABs against Valdez, well, Romy in 5 ABs is hitting .400 against him. So expect Romy to maybe come through with something, especially after hitting the home run today. He's seen the ball well, so maybe he can do something. Maybe he can get cooking against Valdez. Rafaela has a base hit off of him. Connor Wong has a base hit off of him. Other than that, though, there's not really a whole lot to look to here. Funny enough, this is the first time that Alex Bregman, if he does play tomorrow, I would imagine Alex Bregman is going to play tomorrow. Just making sure. No, he was not. He wasn't pinch hit. He was 0 for 4 today. A pretty quiet day for him overall. Will he get the seat tomorrow? I don't know. You kind of wonder with Korg, right? Because the goal is to win the series. They've won the series. Do they give Bregman a rest? Or do you really pile in the righties? I think he probably ends up playing. But if he does end up playing, this will be the first time Bregman goes up against Framber Valdez because they were teammates for so long. All right? So, that'll be an interesting matchup. It's going to be tough, though. It's going to be tough. Now, Lucas Giolito on the bump. And, Gio is going to have his hands full because some of these guys have really seen him well. Jose Altuve with a couple of homers. Correa with 3 home runs in his career off of Giolito. Diaz with a home run. I'm going to be honest with you, ladies and gentlemen. I am not feeling good about this matchup here tomorrow. Now, Gio, he did look solid his last time out against the Twinkies. 6 innings, 5 hits, 1 earned, 5 Ks. I don't know about this one tomorrow. He's going to have to dig in here. He's got to stick to the game plan. Hit your spots. Work up with the velo. Keep the off speed down. Don't hang any sliders. It's going to be a tough matchup. Absolutely going to be a tough matchup. So we'll see how this goes. We will see how this goes. But, all righty. We got a couple more minutes here. Let me see what all of you are saying in the chat. Yes, Peyton Tolley was pitching today, wasn't he? I've been very busy today. I was working on a video all day here today. Just got my trade deadline grades. I was a little late with that. So if you guys can go help me out, go watch the video. It's going to help out the algorithm. Go give it a watch. Go look at the grade that I gave for the Red Sox. I did a good couple minutes on the Red Sox in that one. They were on the thumbnail, so I had to invest some time into them. But let's see. Peyton Tolley. Overall, Peyton Tolley right now, I mean, his numbers are looking great. Overall this year in the minors, 72 2/3 innings, 3.10 ERA, 110 strikeouts. Gotta love that. And pulling up here. Hold on, let me pull this up. Let's take a look-see here. No, I don't want to go to the store. I want to go to... Hold on 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. I am sorry. All right. There we go. Pulling up the box score. Wow, what just happened here? What in the world is going on? You know what I just clicked? Who remembers this? Who remembers this from last year? Build submarines. That is the ad here on the Sea Dogs website. Section 10. They loved all of that last year. Got to build the submarines, ladies and gentlemen. You just got to build them. But taking a look here. My computer is running a little slow. Goodness gracious. Finally, we got to the box score. Peyton Tolley, 4 innings. Only a hit allowed here today. 6 Ks. He's looking great. Looking great. How many pitches did he throw here today? He threw pretty decent pace. 64 pitches overall. So Peyton Tolley looking pretty good here today. But everybody, I'm going to wrap it up right there. We're going to wrap it up right there. We are done here today. Pretty quick and tidy stream. We have an early game tomorrow, by the way. I don't know if you caught the time on that for tomorrow. 11:35 a.m. Eastern time. We have another morning game tomorrow. Early. So we're going to be here probably around 2:30, 3 o'clock here tomorrow. We got another early one. I think this one is on the Roku channel. I believe I saw that. So hopefully that doesn't affect any viewing experiences out there. But we'll be here early tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. Go enjoy the rest of your Saturday night, and we'll see you tomorrow.